Children deserve the same amount of respect that we give to adults, and that includes with their body and how we interact with them. Could you imagine if you showed up to a holiday party and then you were forced to hug every single person in the room, regardless of whether or not you knew them or liked them? No, that would be weird, right? Like that would be very strange and uncomfortable. Could you imagine if every adult who walked into the room, we all made comments about their body and appearance? No, that would be strange, right? Could you imagine if somebody walked into a party and we made them a plate of food and we didn't tell them that there was allergens on it or even check with them if they could eat any of it? And we just said, here, eat this. Could you imagine doing that to another adult? No, it is not inevitable that we have to treat children a specific way just because they're children. I'm not saying that it will never happen that somebody will kind of cross a boundary when you go to a holiday event, especially strangers. But that's why it's important as parents to share those boundaries, right? When I go to a party, I always say at the very beginning, hey, we've got a kid with an egg allergy. Please don't feed my kids anything without checking with me. I'm happy to say that. But I also think it should be common knowledge to check with someone's parent before you give them food, because you don't know that child well enough to know if they're allowed to have that food or if it's safe for them to have that food. It is okay for a kid to say to you, I don't want a hug. And they don't have to hug you just because they're a kid. And that is okay. And it's not inevitable that a grown adult will force them to hug them. That doesn't have to happen. This is no hate to this commenter in particular. I'm just using this comment, but it does not have to be this way. We can go about life treating children the same way we treat adults, and it shouldn't be a problem. Kids should not be expected to do things that we would not expect grown adults to do. So let's stop pretending that they can't have a say and that their parents can't have a say. Things will happen, of course. Of course things will happen with our kids that we don't expect or want or maybe didn't anticipate. And that's okay, right? It's okay. Some things will happen. But if you state a boundary and people continue to cross it, if your child states a boundary and people continue to cross it, that is not inevitable. That doesn't have to happen. Like, we don't need to be around those people, and those people do not just get access to us and our kids because what? Relation? Because they know someone we know, because they were born into our family? Absolutely not.